Hello everyone and welcome to Nancy's Magic Touch and DIYs. In today's video, I am going to share with you how I had took a really old and tired bread box and give it a very nice fresh farmhouse look. So without any further ado guys, just grab a nice warm cup of tea and let's get started. I found this bread box at my local thrift store. I really like especially the size of it. It's nice and big, so we got lots of room to put some bread and some croissant and even some little bakery goods in there. Like, it's quite large, and I like a nice big bread box. I only paid $5 for this big bread box. If I went and bought a big box like that in a store, I probably would pay close to $50, I would say. So I'm gonna beautify this piece, and the first thing I'm going to do is take a screwdriver and take the hardware out. Now I'm going to take the cover and take this piece off. It's a piece of plexiglass, I guess you call it, and it's just screwed on with some screws, so I'm just going to remove all of this. Now I'm going to use this sponge, sanding sponge, I guess, and I'm going to give the whole piece a light sanding. Now I'm going to give the piece a really good wipe just to get rid of all the dust. I printed a big label for my bread box, and now what I'm going to do is use some clear matte spray protector finish to spray on the image so it doesn't smear when I go to apply it. Now I'm using my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in white linen, and I am going to give the whole piece 3 coats of paint, allowing to dry in between. I'm also going to paint the plexiglass, but only on one side. Now that the piece is nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead and use a sand block and perhaps maybe some sandpaper and distress the piece in all edges, corners, and any detail areas. I'm going to wipe the dust as I go along so I can have a better idea of how is distressed and if I need to distress a bit more. I had spray painted the hardware with the black spray paint, and now I am just going to put it back in place. Now I'm going to take a little bit of black paint, and I'm going to use a very small paintbrush, and I'm going to touch up just the screws. They're a little bit different colors, so I want them to be really black, so I'm just going to paint the screws. Now I'm going to take my plexiglass that I painted, and I'm gonna cut my design that I have printed on tissue paper. And like I said before, I had sprayed some clear protective spray on it for it not to smudge. And now I am going to take some Mud Podge, and I'm going to apply it to the plexiglass. When I apply the Mud Podge, I'm just starting with the middle area, and then I work my way out. Now I'm applying Mod Podge all over the piece. Now that my sign is all nice and dry, I'm going to take some black chalk paint and I'm going to lightly brush some of that off around the corner area and a little bit over the Mod Podge, just to give it an older distress look. I want to put more definition. I don't want it to be like pure white. Now I'm going to take my bread box and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to distress it around the edges, the corners. I just want to give it a nice farmhouse distress look. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sign in place. So I'm going to center it in the middle of my bread box, and I'm going to screw it back on with the screws that originally was on it. Now I'm going to give the whole box protective spray. I'm using Rust-Oleum Chalk Clear Spray Protector, and I'm going to give 2 coats and let dry in between. And here is my bread box all finished. I'm loving the nice farmhouse look. It's a nice big bread box. You can fit a lot of goodies in there.
Well, that's it for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me the thumbs up. I would love to hear your comments down below. And if you hadn't had a chance to subscribe to my channel yet, well, please do that. Until next time, have yourself a great day.